So, in the upcoming, we're rolling, right? Kind of getting into it, letting people get in here. So
welcome in. Welcome in. This is Gun Talk Live, but the show hasn't started yet.
Yeah. Not yet. You haven't missed anything
This
yet.
isn't part of the show.
We are in the pre-show chat.
This is the pre-show chatter. It says it right there.
Okay. Yeah, you're close. So anyway, I've been working from home for the past couple days because I was in very close contact with someone who had the corona. This marks the, third time that I've had to kind of self-quarantine.
Because you just keep hanging out with weirdos.
I guess. I mean, man. And so I go about my business, and I'm trying to do my due diligence, but I'm pretty sure they should test my blood or something because still good.
You might be,
knock on wood,
the savior of corona.
I am legend.
Yeah. We're just gonna use your blood to develop the vaccine.
I'm telling you.
Wait, we could be billionaires.
Yeah.
Billionaires.
Yeah. We could pay off some hunting trips.
Yes. I haven't bought any hunting trips today.
And it's another good one. It's another good one, but we're not going to say anything.
My wife could be watching this.
Nah, she won't. She won't. She doesn't tune in for the pre-show chatter. You know that. How's it going, guys? Welcome in. Sorry we missed you guys last week. I was getting ready for FPD that we're going to film next week. And honestly, it was just Michael and I in the office, and we were getting stuff around. He was busy editing the FPD that's coming up this weekend. We'll get into that later, right, Michael?
Right.
And then later on, we'll talk about red dots because Ryan went on a special little event last week.
Apparently, people are putting red dots on pistols. Who knew? Who knew?
Who knew
That's
such a thing?
So we did a little study, and we tried it a bunch of different ways and figure out what works and how to get better at it. So I'm kind of monitoring Facebook stuff here, and what's today? The 10th?
Yeah,
I'm gonna go ahead and
we are brought to you by, and it leads in perfectly to what our giveaway is today. Stephen Targets does say I ain't injecting KJ's blood.
That's smart.
Fine.
That's smart.
You can't have none of this O positive blood.
It's so good. My blood's so good. Today's Gun Talk Live is brought to you by HiViz Shooting Systems. See what you've been missing. And by Springfield Armory. It's also brought to you by Sig Sauer. The P938 SAS Micro Compact is inspired by the 1911, but optimized for concealed carry. That probably means it's a shooter. Actually, it does. I've shot it. It's good. Featuring SIG's anti-snag treatment, an FT bullseye sight, single action trigger, 7-round extended magazine. You'll be able to hit stuff. The P938 handles like a much larger firearm in a much smaller package. Check out the P938 and SIG accessories and ammo. SIG has ammo at sigsauer.com. Also, Ruger. Ruger designs and manufactures rifles, revolvers, pistols of all ages and skill levels for self-defense, competition, hunting, and plinking. The Ruger 5.7, is it 57?
5.7. Ruger 5.7.
Chambered in the high-performance, low-recoiling 5.7 by 28 caliber, is ergonomic, smooth shooting, accurate pistol, featuring ambi safety, billet steel slide, lightning cuts, 2 20-round steel magazines. Find out more at Ruger.com.
So, on that note, I've got something special coming in. We sent off to our friends at Kodiak Customs, and I'd like to thank Lipsies for providing that information for us. They kind of introduced us to Kodiak Customs, and they are in the great state of Kentucky. But they are doing a special Cerakote job on a Ruger 5.7 for an upcoming
Wait till
hunt.
you see it. Oh, that's going to be cool. Have you seen any pictures yet?
No, I haven't. I'm kind of nervous about it.
It's going to be awesome.
Because, when you think of Cerakote, you think, the durability and you can kind of make it your own. But with this one, I kind of gave them the idea. I told them what the event was, what the hunt was. And then I told them, take your liberties. Create something fun. And I don't know what the guys over at Kodiak Customs are doing, but I've seen some of their work, and it's nice work.
They came highly recommended.
You also mentioned HiViz.
HiViz.
So we've got some.
HiViz.
Yeah. See what you've been missing. So what we've done is Aaron Sedberry, Biscuit, you won this week's giveaway. He's a former Oklahoma guy who chimed in.
Back.
We do go way back, quite a while back. But anyway, he won Caldwell Bluetooth and a cold steel knife. But this week on the chopping block, we've got 2 prizes from HiViz. We are giving away shotgun sights and a sight of your choosing. So this sight right here fits. Let me read these off to you. It's the Lightwave H3. So it's got the light pipe in there, so you're going to be picking up those birds or clay targets very quickly on the Browning Target Satori, Beretta, Benelli, Krieghoff, Ruger, Winchester.
Krieghoff, whatever.
Krieghoff. Krieghoff? Krieghoff.
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 Yeah.
Oh, all right.
It's fancy.
It is.
German.
Browning Gold, Silver, Maxis, and Satori field guns. You've got a Satori, right?
I do. I have a Satori 16 gauge.
Ooh, whoa.
It's awesome.
Gross.
I love it. Ew.
But anyway, and it also fits Mossberg, some Remington guns, SKB field models. But anyway, we're going to give away a shotgun sight from our friends at HiViz and a sight of your choosing. So if you're I highly recommend the Lightwave. I just installed one on my G43-6.
It's an all-day sight, especially on your pistols. So it's the fiber optic with the tritium. So daylight, the fiber optic is super bright. Tritium glows at night.
And that was one of my things that I wrote about in an article that we kind of co-fabbed with HiViz. Was I remember waking up kind of in a panic because I was startled out of bed, and I reached for my gun. I couldn't find it, and that's on me because I had set my gun out as I do every night, but I set my carry gun out.
Right.
And it was
dark.
Dark.
It's dark in here.
And I had a light pipe on it. It was not tritium. So the H3 Lightwaves actually do have tritium and a light pipe. So man, it'll blow your sight out. So.
And there you go.
And Tia Kelly says, "I can't wait to get my HiViz sight."
I was hoping
win,
Tia Carrere.
Yeah.
Love her in Wayne's World.
Yeah.
Gosh.
She was good. That was a good one.
Bobby, Craig, Bobby, Justin, Jamie, Steven. We've got people just, oh gosh, who is this? Thad, Boomer Sooner is what he says. You guys are going to play football game this Saturday,
Yeah,
huh? You guys are playing the Children of the Blind and
Missouri State.
Yeah, I hear that.
Sisters of the Poor.
We're only like 41 and a half point favorites, so.
The Elderly Nun State University. Okay.
Tia Kelly says she's prettier than I am. I doubt that.
I don't think so. So yeah. So we got all kinds of stuff going on. So yes,
we do.
Last week, I don't know which order are we going.
First, let's get to the news. Let's get to
news.
The bump stock. That's one of them.
Yeah,
and
let's talk
Remington.
about.
Remington's a big one.
All right. So remember bump stocks? Remember how they magically became illegal overnight?
Oh yeah.
No grace period. No grandfathering. Just you're a felon if you have one. Well, not so fast. There's actually a lawsuit going on right now in the 10th Circuit that could make the bump stock ban be ruled unconstitutional.
Yep.
What does that mean? I don't know. I'm sure we all lost them in boating accidents, so there's nothing to be done here, right?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Why is it always a boating accident?
I don't know.
We're big boaters in the gun world.
Washed at the bottom of the sea or something.
Yeah. Anyway, that's interesting. The other interesting thing is you guys have heard in the news, Remington.
On the bump stock ban. We see this a lot of times, like when stuff's going through the 9th Circuit Court in California and stuff with the magazine bans. We see this come back, so everybody offloads them. Get rid of them. You got to get rid of them. But then all of a sudden they're like, well, this is unconstitutional. And that's what we saw with the magazine capacity a while back. and they said, okay, you can buy them. Man, there was a run on them, and they say, whoa, 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 we can't buy them. I mean, we see this constantly.
Yeah. Well, it's not done till it's done, and I'm not a lawyer or a judge, so
Right.
you know, we kind of have to lean on people to figure out what's what. So Remington. So Remington is not just Remington. Remington is Marlin, and it's Remington Ammo, and it's Barnes Bullets,
It's big.
and it's DPMS, and it's all these different brands.
It's big and bankrupt.
They're big, and the big green is in the red or black. No, red. So they've declared bankruptcy. Some of you guys maybe have been following this for a second time in July. Chapter 11 bankruptcy. Their attempt to sell the company to the Navajo Nation fell through. No comment on that one.
I don't think that would have been very good. But.
So yeah, it's not done.
No,
It's not done until it's done. But a company called JJE Capital Holdings has agreed to buy the Remington Ammunition business out of bankruptcy for $65 million. JJE, I believe, is associated with Palmetto State Armory.
Yes.
So it's not done yet. Sale still has to be approved by bankruptcy court. The company's creditors could oppose the sale in hopes of a better offer. But we'll see what happens.
So that would mean Palmetto State Armory, they're like making everything. And now they would add an ammo company to their lineup?
Correct. So one of the things Palmetto State Armory likes to do, and I think it's probably pretty brilliant, is control the process. So they are very vertically integrated. They don't get barrels from this guy and get triggers from this guy and get stocks from this guy to make all of those like guns that they sell at really good prices. That's how they're able to do it, is they own the barrel maker, the trigger maker, the stock maker, and all that stuff. So they like being self-sufficient. And if you can pick up a legendary ammo brand, or actually several ammo brands, gosh, that could be huge.
Pull them out of bankruptcy?
You know, the thing is, man, I wish that somebody would turn it around. Yep, Bobby says Bushmaster. Whatever happened to Bushmaster? Hello? Anyone?
It's like you're in an echo chamber.
Yeah.
It's just like there's no one there.
What about Bushmaster? Yeah. What about Dakota Rifle? What about Storm Lake Barrels? There's a lot of stuff that the Remington Outdoor Group has owned or still owns that you forget about. What about AAC, Advanced Armament Corporation? Anyone? Hello? Okay.
Man, that was the deal.
Yeah.
Not too long ago. I mean, if you think about it.
Yeah. So I hope that they can figure it out. There's great people that work there, and you know, still some cool stuff being cranked out at some of those companies. So
would they effectively move to South Carolina?
I doubt it.
I wouldn't think so.
They've got facilities in Arkansas and Utah on the ammo side of things.
So that, I mean, there would be nowhere where to put them anyway in South Carolina.
Well, it's very specialized. So, like, I don't know if they still do it, but Remington in Arkansas, they had the shot tower, which would make the shot for shotgun shells. And they would drip lead through a sieve. This is super cool. I don't think they do it anymore. This is the old school way. They would drip lead through holes, and then the lead droplets would make perfectly round balls, and they would plunge into a pool of water at the bottom of the shot tower. I mean, it's like, I don't know, 30, 40 feet, 50 feet.
Really?
Up. And then it would sort out the sizes of the balls. But that's how they made lead shot back in the day. So that's very specialized. And then the other part is, Remington is one of only 3 companies making rimfire ammunition in the U.S. There's Winchester, there's Federal, and there's Remington.
Right.
Well, contrary to popular belief, making ammo is not that dangerous if you do it the right way. It's not like super explosive, except when you make primers and you make rimfire, because that primer compound is actually really explosive.
Yeah.
And it's a very controlled environment. It's like you're walking into a scene from New Jack City when you see them doing the rimfire stuff.
That was a cool.
It's no joke.
I'll give you that reference. That was good. That was good.
So yeah, that would be super cool. All right, Mike Fish says maybe we can find some ammo now. Hopefully it is approved. Gun Talk rocks. Thanks, Mike.
Yes, thank you. Man, I hope we can dig out of this ammo shortage, because that's all I'm hearing now. It's not, when I walk into a gun store or anything like that, a sporting goods store, a big box store, that's where I'm seeing the deficiencies. And it's not only the ammunition side, it's the component side. Mm-hmm. We are working tirelessly with getting some Hodgman products featured, and I can't get components for it.
Right.
And I'm going through everyone I know, and they're even saying, we'd love to help you. Normally we would, but we've got nothing.
We have nothing?
We have nothing.
The cupboard is bare.
Yeah. And that's kind of a scary thing when you think about how long this has been going on. Mm-hmm. It's not like we're a week or 2 weeks into this shortage. We're going into month and a half.
You know what's crazy though? We're still finding ammo for sale.
Yeah, but
I mean, we're putting on GunDealio.com. We're
do.
putting on the app. We're putting out emails about, hey, here's more ammo. And like, well, it's more expensive. Yeah, it's called capitalism. It's called supply and demand. And it's not just people jacking up the prices. The prices have been jacked up on them as well. So there's a lot of pass along costs there.
It starts at the base level, man. Every little component that's inputted and they bring it in to make the ammo, that's going up.
Well, also when you negotiated your whole allocation of brass or whatever it is for the year, and now you're like, hey, I need more brass, like right now. And they're like, you mean next year? No, I mean like now. Yeah. Well, that's like a rush job. You didn't negotiate for the whole year.
Right.
That's a different rate.
And they didn't know this was going to happen.
Right.
I mean, they couldn't have planned for this. There's no way. But we're also seeing gun stores. Like, there was a gun store that got 90,000 rounds of 9mm.
Where? What? How? Where is he?
It's no longer there.
It's gone?
It's gone, but they have to allocate so much to get them through till their next order is even close to available. So they can't, it's not like they can put out, okay, we've got 90,000 rounds, you can take what you want. And that's why we're seeing, back when you couldn't get 22 ammo, you sit there and you look at it and you go, well, why can't I only have 3 boxes when 3 months ago I could have bought as much as I wanted? Well, they've got to space those orders out.
They're trying to keep everybody happy.
Yes.
And that's an impossible feat. This is interesting. Okay. Craig Webb says, you can thank Obama for killing the lead smelting plants. Now we are buying smelted lead from overseas. That's a large part of your ammo shortage. Interesting. Somehow we figured out a way to blame Obama for some stuff in this broadcast, but it's interesting. Gary, thanks for watching, Gary. Gary is a guy who is in the know. Gary says the Remington auction is 9/17. Sale hearing is 9/23. So we'll see. Gary, you buying Remington? Marlin? Something like that? Yeah, do it. Do it. I want to own Marlin. That'd be neat.
Oh, that'd be amazing. Okay.
So let's talk about red dots. Yes.
Yes. Let's
talk about red dots.
This is a great lead-in. Steve says, "Is there a small pistol sight with a circle and dot for the Sig P365 XL?"
A circle and a dot.
Not to my knowledge.
Crimson Trace? No. No. All right, there you go, Stephen.
Not to my knowledge. I will, I will check on that. I will see what's out there.
So last week was out at Gunsite doing some stuff with Bushnell, new sights, and red dots on pistols. I probably have already said too much.
We will have an announcement next week on that, on what it is. We can't say it, but Ryan was able to kind of go through a class, a red dot centric class at the famed Gunsite. He's been out there quite a few times.
Yeah,
right?
It's fantastic. It's the granddaddy of gunfighting schools.
It is, and it's a gunfighting school.
Yes, that's the emphasis. It's all about fighting with guns, whether that's handgun, rifle, shotgun. They teach all of that stuff there. So we worked on a lot of different drills, and I think people are coming around to the idea of optics on handguns.
They better.
Some of the challenges that we kind of addressed and did some great training with pro shooters, Jesse Harrison and Casey Eusebio. I hope I said that right, Casey. And finding the dot as you draw and as you press out, finding the dot. We'll talk about some of those lessons in the videos we did. We talked about what if the dot goes down or it's covered up or whatever. Some drills with that.
And that's a lot of what the apprehension is, and plus it's relatively new still. I almost hesitate to even put that moniker on it because, you know, the competition shooters have been doing this type of stuff for quite a while.
It's not a new idea.
It's not new.
Yeah.
But for the concealed carry market, you are seeing more and more. I mean, guys, what is it? How many pistols a year come out and they're ready for a red dot?
Well, we
Almost
see
all of
everything, right? So 2020 is like the year of red dots on pistols. It really is. And I mean, Sig says it's the red dot revolution, you know, and
Yes.
Sig did a really good job. Obviously, they have the optics side of the business, and they're making everything ready for a red dot right out of the gate.
Everybody should. Honestly, like if you're concealed carrying, man, it helps me so much. Like it helps my target focus so much when I drive that pistol in. But Tia had a question. She said, "You shoot cow spots on the targets?" Because that's what it looks like. The Gunsite targets.
That's the Gunsite target, yeah. So the Gunsite target, and I'd have to get somebody from Gunsite to probably explain it better than I can, but I think it's about, you know, when we have certain targets and it's just a circle and you're focusing on that, well, that's not really what you have if you have a bad guy coming at you. Bad guy is just this lump of figure, and they kind of give you that. Now, there are some A-zone lines that are real thin on there. But the cool part is you have to really pay attention to see them. So now you're just going center of mass on the target and kind of learning a little bit better, because it's one of the things, like if you put a t-shirt over a cardboard target, a lot of times you can't see where the hits are. And that's actually a training exercise that we'll do, is like stop shooting, looking, just shoot.
Stay right.
Shoot in,
right
you
on
know,
the target.
and help you kind of, because in the real world, you know, people wear clothes, people are not, they don't have A-zones painted on them and all that stuff.
I thought just the bad guys had that.
Wait, that's a good idea for a t-shirt. Maybe we should do that. All right.
That
Nobody else do it. We're going to do it, okay?
Damn. But that's a great question, Tia. I mean, and there are many different targets out there that teach target focus and focusing on every target. I know we've got a great relationship with the guys at RE Factor. They've got a lot of really nice targets that help you pick up certain shapes or numbers or colors, just to get you to focus in on that sight and what your downrange sight picture is.
Yeah, absolutely. So, in other news, new episodes of First Person Defender.
Yeah.
So have you guys been watching the new episodes?
What do you think? What do you think so far? I think they've mostly been positive reviews. I mean, from the comments online and the chatter, seems like it all goes around. But we've got a clip. We've got a teaser clip for you.
Teaser for what's coming out this weekend.
But we'll go ahead and run that. Michael, you got it queued up?
Queued up.
Sweet. Run it.
I got to jump in here.
Yeah.
This doesn't make sense to me. I feel like Ashley is being super analytical. Her boyfriend is screaming, "Help, he's got a knife, help, he's got a knife." Did you hear him? Did you hear the boyfriend?
I'm not, first of all, if two men are fighting on the ground with a knife, I'm not jumping in. So
if your dad's yelling, "Help, Ashley, help."
If I know that I can help the situation and I feel like I'm strong enough to physically interfere, then sure. But if not, if it's two big brawling guys, my dad needs to know how to defend himself.
Okay.
Oh, wow. That's interesting.
Sorry, we were enamored.
Woo! That.
Oh my goodness.
That. Man, there's a lot to it's. That whole comment right there that she made is like one giant onion that you got to peel those layers away.
You guys, wait till you see this one.
She's not wrong. You should know how to defend yourself. But if I had someone who was there who I think loves me,
I
want all the help that I get. Calling the cavalry,
Help.
call everyone.
So I think there was a little bit of her thinking through this scenario and what happened.
And I think that there's some context there. So when we are on FPD and we're going through this, we try to get that initial reaction on what they felt like immediately after the shoot, immediately after the scenario.
Yeah, we don't give them a whole lot of time.
There's not time to think.
Think about this. I mean, it's like cameras go in and go, what happened? We're trying to catch that moment.
And she wasn't gaming it. She played it as natural as she thought she would. But Ryan kind of stepped back and he goes, whoa, whoa, whoa. Because in her, I don't want to get too far in the weeds, but something didn't quite add up.
You'll see the first go around, we were surprised at her reaction. And I think a lot of that is, it's one thing to shoot, to practice drawing, practice shooting, but do you actually think about what would I do? Okay, let's play this out. Bad guy comes to the front door. My wife opens the front door. Mm-hmm. He grabs her. What am I gonna do? Well, I'm gonna go save the day. Well, okay. But let's think about this. And let's also challenge ourselves to think about all the things going wrong. Instead of, then I'm just gonna put one between his eyes and then the sheriff is gonna give me a high five and all that. Like,
he's gonna give you some new jewelry.
Yeah, they're gonna handcuff you. You're gonna go while they sort this out because they don't know who's who or what's what.
She has an interesting backstory, and I hope people really engage in this episode. She has a great backstory. Her mom is a judge, and so I think a little of it was she was thinking. I'm glad she is. She is trying to think beyond.
Sure.
And whether or not to get involved.
Well, people will say, well, you've got to explain yourself to a jury and all this stuff. But in order to have the pleasure of going through a trial, you have to survive that first encounter.
Yeah.
So, you want to do it right, but if you're dead, there won't be any trial.
Right.
There's not going to be a trial of whether you did the right thing.
It's a very good episode, and it airs this Sunday. We're going to launch it this Sunday. Every Sunday, we're coming out with some new FPD stuff. And like I said, next week, we're filming some more, and they are going to be some more good ones.
Also, let me jump in here. So you guys are watching this on Facebook or on YouTube. And we have another platform that you can get all of this stuff there and get notified when new stuff happens and all that. It's called guntalktv.com. And so if you go there, you can sign up. It's totally free, but you sign up like you would with like a Netflix account or whatever. I think it's an email and a password. You create whatever you want. And the cool part is it's like Netflix in that it'll pick up where you left off. Here's what I was just recently watching. Here's what's new. It's also, honestly, it's a hedge for us. We don't own Facebook and YouTube.
It's scary.
And I know they love gun content, but just in case anything were to happen, go check out guntalktv.com, and we would really appreciate that too.
And the app's right there.
You can get an app on your phone.
You can get an app on your phone.
Watch it on your phone. Watch it on your tablet. Whatever.
It's easy to do.
Your phablet.
Phablet. What's a phablet?
It's like the big phone.
Oh,
called a phablet.
Oh.
The ones that are super cool, but you can't put it in your pocket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you get a chest pouch for it or something.
Yes. Get some Molly.
Oh, yeah.
All right, guys. So that's it for us on Gun Talk Live today. If you have commented, you are entered for the HiViz prize pack.
Now, we are giving away 2 of them, so there's 2 prizes. So 2 people are going to win. One on Facebook, one on YouTube. So you guys, leave a comment. You got a week to do it.
All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next week.
Thanks for watching Gun Talk Live. For more great gun content, subscribe to our YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter pages. You can always watch the Gun Talk channels on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon. And of course, you can always find us at guntalk.com. Thanks for watching.